Okay, so up here on the north side of Colorado Springs, it's funny because like you have the academy, you can see it right across the street there. You can see the stadium, you can see the chapel, which is still kind of covered because they're reconstructing it. But you would think that that would be the spot that like most people would reference when they talk about the north side of Colorado Springs. But the truth is what they're actually referencing is Shields. And if you've never heard of Shields, that's okay. But you're gonna know this place when you come visit or when you move to Colorado Springs. It is basically Cabela's, Bass Pro, Dick's Sporting Goods, Sports Authority, an Instagram shop.
Carnival?
Yeah, a carnival. I mean, it's this unbelievable amalgamation. We're gonna get inside there and show you because it's really the only way for you to understand what it is. But this is like the centerpiece of not only the north side of Colorado Springs, but this neighborhood that we're gonna be taking you through today, which is called Northgate. Francis, what do we got in store today?
Yeah, so we are gonna check out Interquest Commons, then we are gonna roll over to the farm, which is a fantastic new build community here in Northgate.
So beautiful.
And then we're gonna go give you guys a little sneak peek of the Sunset Amphitheater, which is gonna be opening up in August, which is an incredible new venue here in Colorado Springs. Then we are gonna bop over to Flying Horse, which is one of the most prestigious communities here in Colorado Springs.
Which, by the way, they're still developing over there. So we're gonna take you inside of a new build as well. So when we say new, I mean, the theme of today, the theme of Northgate is growth, development, sexiness, newness, freshness, hotness, luxury. And you're gonna see all of that today. And we're gonna start out though, because you wanna know location, location, location. What's in the north side of Colorado Springs? So for now, let's start with the Interquest Commons and show you all the awesome development that's happening up here. We have to start at the Great Wolf Lodge. So again, we're still in the Northgate area, obviously, but this is called the Great Wolf Lodge, and this is like the king, the master, the ultimate staycation location in all of Colorado Springs, because they have this huge Great Wolf Adventure Park over there, but you can see behind us, this is like the most visible thing. As you're driving into Colorado Springs, you're like, what?
We're inside of the Adventure Park at Great Wolf Lodge. As you can see behind me, I mean, an absolute paradise. They've got a bunch of obstacle courses back there. They've got the most incredible water park. This is why this is the ultimate staycation location in Colorado Springs. Right, so we are pulling out of Shields. We are turning left onto Interquest. We're kind of leaving the Interquest Marketplace area where you got obviously Shields. That's kind of where Great Wolf Lodge is. There's a movie theater. We've got a bunch of like kind of fast food places up here. Whataburger, which is starting to pop up more here in Colorado Springs. We've also got my favorite fast food burger place, In-N-Out Burger.
And it's funny because like Whataburger and In-N-Out have kind of been in this battle in Colorado Springs. They're always building like within striking distance of each other. But then we also just passed Shake Shack. And if you haven't had Shake Shack, they're actually real good.
Really good.
Like
crinkle cut fries.
Just
too.
naughty.
So
what you find up here really is that like if you're catching the drift of the Interquest Commons and Interquest Marketplace area, is that it's generally speaking largely chain commercial, right? You've got Dutch Bros. We just passed Rush Bowls, which is acai bowls, and then Chipotle. Honestly, the Northgate area is not a lot of local eateries, and that is something worth mentioning. Most of what you find over here is chain stuff and not like the little local eatery type places. So just keep that in mind.
But still pretty good chain spots, I will say. They've got some really, really good options up here. All right, so we are pulling into the farm, which actually, like when you come into the neighborhood, it's pretty sweet because you've got a lot of really cool little amenities right next. You've got Loyal Coffee, Toastique, which apparently is just a fancy toast place, but I don't know, I like toast pretty well. So we are just gonna kind of weave through this community. So there are 4 builders in this community. You've got Getzman Custom Homes, you've got Saddle Tree, you've got Vantage, which is actually sold out, but we've got a super exclusive peek into a Vantage resale we're gonna be looking at here in just a little bit. And then you've also got Vanguard. So a lot of really, really nice builders, fantastic community. You've got a 10 miles of trails within this community, which is kind of crazy to think about because, I mean, the community is not 10 miles long, but there's just a bunch of trails that are kind of weaving in and out of this community. Still got there, so they are still actively building in this community. So we're gonna drive past a couple homes that are under construction over here.
Normally when we do these, we'll pop the drone up and we'll fly around and follow. But we're so close to the Air Force Academy, and the Air Force Academy, if you didn't know, has its own airfield. Surprise. And we're so close to it that we're actually in that airspace, so we're unable to fly the drone. But one of the cool things about it is, besides the fact that it just provides really, really good access, is that it also provides really, really good views. Because when you can see the Academy, it's just such an iconic piece of Colorado Springs that it looks really, really good.
But these just feel very, very modern. A lot of times when you go into like, and I'm not gonna name any communities offhand, but you know, it doesn't really have that zhuzh that you're looking for. You know, the luxurious feeling that this entire community really has.
Do you know what school district we're in?
We are in D20.
D20.
So some notable, I mean, there's a bunch of schools in D20. The Classical Academy is pretty much hands down, like year after year, rated #1 charter school in the city. You've got Discovery Canyon, which is just a normal public school, great school. And then you also have the Da Vinci Academy, which I'm gonna be really freaking honest with you guys. Look at those.
That's correct.
Yeah. Look at those.
So this is called Julep Estates.
And these are all Saddle Tree.
Yeah,
built.
and Saddle Tree is like they're a custom home builder. And so
look at that freaking thing.
Yeah, these houses are killer. In fact, this house is my friend Marissa's house. She is an absolute baller, and I've been in that house.
Clearly.
The views are out of control.
Oh my
from in
gosh.
there. So these are like higher up on the hill, still part of the farm, but these, like we said, these are the custom builds, and it's obvious as soon as you come up here, like super contemporary, modern, super unique. Now these ones, like you can see, like they're not even like one to the next, like they don't look similar at all.
Yeah.
But these are going to be pushing over I think like 1.6 plus.
Yeah. Which honestly, for some of these homes, like that's not, I mean, seems pretty spot on.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, not a lot of new builds where you go and you're like, this is $800,000. Like these are pretty spectacular. All right, so you've seen the farm neighborhood. Now we're gonna go check out this incredible resale here. Big shout out to Shaban Salusta over at EXP. We are at 1061 Gallant Fox Trail. This is a 5-bed, 4-bath, just over 4,000 square feet, and it's actually one of the biggest lots in all of the farm at like 0.4 acres.
I'm super excited. I love the farm neighborhood, and so I'm really excited. I've been in quite a few of these houses, but this one has killer views. So I'm pretty stoked. Francis has been through it. I haven't been through it yet, so we're gonna see what's up.
Check it out.
Now I wanna do something different. I've been trying this thing lately where when I'm showing houses, for example, to clients that are coming into town, I tell them, put your blinders on, and then we're gonna like run past the kitchen, because everybody wants to see it, so it builds anticipation. So I'm gonna make you wait as well.
All right,
so
let's do it.
We're gonna come through. Now we do have a cool office space. We're not looking at the kitchen because I haven't seen it. Go downstairs first.
Okay.
Dang! Down to this
is nice.
big old basement. Wow.
Got a gas fireplace.
Oh yeah, I love that. Big old gas fireplace with the the brick veneer, and they have a full ping pong table. We will get a quick game of sting pong in before this is done. Okay, so Francis, you said that there was a couple.
So they call them junior suites.
Okay.
Now I haven't seen this before.
Really?
But it's pretty sweet. So I love the barn doors too. That's just a nice touch. All right, let's go left first. So pretty standard bedroom, but you do have an attached ensuite in here, and then they've got it set up really, really nice.
Oh,
basically a living room and an office and a bathroom.
I love how they set this up actually, because it's like a studio.
Yeah, it feels very much like that.
So if you have a family, if you've got teenagers, they always want their like private space. But like Francis, if I was like house hacking, this is like easy to rent out.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a walkout, so you can have a completely separate entrance.
Yeah.
Now this is a heck of a suite right here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it does.
This is like the other junior suite?
Yes. Now this one does not have the ensuite, but
wow,
really, really nice.
It's like you have like your own extra little living room over here. Like no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, that is really amazing. And then your bathroom is right next to you, so.
Yeah.
We're going to the primary suite, and I feel like it just funneled me right into the bathroom.
Yeah, you kind of gotta go check out the bathroom first, I feel like.
Nice.
0 drop or 0 ledge shower.
I also love these, like, again, stone countertops, and it's like, I don't know if, custom cabinets is the right word, but like, you're not gonna find these at Costco.
Right.
You're not gonna find these at Home Depot.
Got like a nice walnutty kind of finish on there.
Yeah, and then you have like all this extra kind of storage space. So in place of like an extra linen closet in the hallway, like that, and it just flows right with it, which looks really good. Tons of counter space. And then of course over here, the old water closet.
The loo.
And you don't need to come in here, but a big walk-in closet that goes all the way over here too.
Yeah,
so
it is big.
Tons of space, which is really, really awesome. Now let's go check out the master suite. And as you walk through here, again, I just noticed these super high ceilings, extra windows in here, which is super awesome. And then incredible views right out of the master suite. Plenty of room for you. You can see this is like a huge bed setup, right? With a big frame, big old piece of
credenza? Credenza?
I've literally never heard that word before in my life. It's time! Oh yeah, see that is an 11-foot ceiling.
Yeah, that's 11 foot.
Wow. Yeah, this feels
beams.
Really, okay. And it's a good touch. Just like this big kind of oversized fan. It looks really good. You got floor to ceiling fireplace over here that's all this brick, kind of a whitewashed brick. It doesn't look like it's just got like a heavy coat of paint on it or anything like that. So that looks really classy. Gas fireplace, so 2 fireplaces in the house, right?
I mean, honestly, just check out these insane oversized windows right here with completely unobstructed views of Pikes Peak. Now, I don't know if we're gonna be able to get drone footage or not, but the way that this house is situated on the block is literally for this view right here. That is the 100% of all of the incredible finishes in this house. That is the selling point of this property. Incredible views.
So this is a true entertainer's deck as well. I mean, first off, that grill is huge. That is sized for entertaining people. They've got full wraparound seating out here. There's an entire table out here.
Bench.
And there's still plenty of space to walk around and hang out.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a true entertainer's deck. And I didn't even notice this till we came up here, but this is also covered, right?
All right, so the piece de resistance, the kitchen. Usually the first thing everybody wants to look at, save the best for last. You've got a 5 stove burner, or 5, I always do that. 5 burner stove, nice little vent-a-hood, oversized sink. These are what, stone?
Now, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of wasted space, which is something I really appreciate about this house. Like it feels like everything is still intimate. So if you are entertaining, again, like you pop that door open and people are in and out. There's plenty of space in the living room. You got people all around the island. I love kind of this shape of the island too. It just adds some like dimension to the room because it's not just like, a perfect rectangle. They still have a full-size dining table over here too.
Yeah.
And there's still plenty of space. No, this is really, really awesome. So, Francis, what is this thing priced at, and how do you feel about the price?
This house is priced at $1.2 million. Now, I think it's priced pretty well. How long has it been sitting? How long has it been on the market for?
Not super long.
Not very long. I would pay $1 million for those unobstructed Pikes Peak views, especially with the Academy right there. I mean, that is the thing that you are paying for. All right, so I'm standing in front of, or to the side of, honestly, the coolest new attraction that's going to be coming to Colorado Springs later on this summer. This is the Sunset
Amphitheater. Now this is an incredible outdoor music venue. It seats around 8,500 people. They're gonna have like 200 some odd VIP seating areas with freaking fire pits. Okay, they've got a steakhouse, they've got a bourbon room. I think they said there's over 300 different kinds of bourbon, scotches. It's going to be opening in August. One Republic, who is from Colorado Springs, or at least some of their members are from Colorado Springs, is going to be opening. They've got 2 nights. You've got Steve Miller Band, Dierks Bentley, John Fogerty of Creedence Clearwater Revival is going to be here. The Beach Boys, or what's left of the Beach Boys. But this is going to be a staple in the Colorado Springs entertainment space. So definitely keep your eyes out for more information about the Sunset Amphitheater. So just outside of the Sunset Amphitheater, you've got some really cool things you're not gonna find anywhere else in Colorado Springs. You've got indoor skydiving, iFly. I've done that before. It's actually a lot harder than it looks. I know Kyle and Lauren have done it. Lauren literally jumps out of planes for a living, so you know, it's just another day for them. But pretty sweet, definitely worth the experience at least one time. And then over here on my left, you've got Top Golf, which is basically a glorified driving range. They kind of turned it into a game. So like each hole has like a net that goes around it, and you know, you get points for how close you get in certain nets and stuff. Even if you don't play golf, really fun thing to go do. Birthday parties, you know, office events. Great thing to go do out here on the north side of town. You've got, I think it's called Overdrive. It's a go-kart place right there. And then another music venue, I don't know if you can see it from here, is Boot Barn Hall. Now that is pretty much a country music venue. They had Steel Drivers. The Steel Drivers played at Boot Barn Hall not that long ago. And then of course you've got Bass Pro, which is just, you know, if you're an outdoorsy kind of person, you gotta go to Bass Pro. They got boats, they got all the fishing, hunting gear. They actually have a little restaurant in there too. Yeah, that's pretty much the North Interquest shopping activity. I don't know, I wouldn't call it shopping, activity area, because that's pretty much all there is to do up here is activities. So now we're gonna go check out the Flying Horse community. This is what you guys have been waiting for, so definitely stay tuned. We're gonna do a little drive through, and then we're gonna go check out the classic model home. You definitely wanna go stick around. Let's go.
So we've just turned in on Silverton Road, and where I'm driving us to right now is the club at the Flying Horse Ranch. Now, you'll see that this area, the centerpiece of the Flying Horse, is the golf course. It's an 18-hole golf course. It's absolutely beautiful. And there's all these little neighborhoods kind of sparsed around. So we just went by Angel Mist, there's Verona, and you'll kind of see there's a little bit different styles in each one. Now, Classic Home Builders was the main builder out in the Flying Horse neighborhood. But there's obviously Vantages out here. I think Toll Brothers have some stuff. And then there's a lot of custom built homes. What's crazy about Flying Horse is you have stuff, I mean, truthfully, like you can find homes in the 600s all the way up to 4 million. And then this is really common. You have a lot of like gated areas as well that like you got to have magical passcodes to get into. But yeah, you'll have these custom builds that are all the way up into the $4 and $5 million price range. And like the reality is like, this is one of like a handful of neighborhoods that you'll find $4 million plus homes in Colorado Springs. So we're driving into Sonoma right now, and you can see like the style, this is super classic, it's very like Tuscan style, brown stucco, so different shades of brown. And then these ones all have that like really beautiful tiled Spanish rooftop. But like, look at this water feature. Oh my God. We're actually pretty close to the Flying Horse Clubhouse. You can see it off in the distance there. Yeah. But these are all like paired homes. And again, don't necessarily be turned off by it because they're really, really high quality. They're very, very nice. You don't know that you're sharing a wall. They're effectively, they're individual units that are just sharing a wall, but the price is gonna reflect that.
Yeah, there's one in here for $645 right now.
$645, which may be shocking.
But it's 2,500 square feet. It's not like you're living in like a little townhouse.
Exactly, like it's a
like that.
full house. and you still have like the HOA, you know, and still the look. It's very, very beautiful.
We tried to go film inside of Flying Horse Country Club, and we got kicked out. But I gotta say, Brandon over there, what was he, the director of membership?
Yep.
Nicest guy ever. He took us on a full tour of the property. Obviously, we were not allowed to film or take pictures or anything.
So basically, we're members only.
We're basically members.
We're basically members. We're basically
by association.
But yeah. We've got the behind the scenes look. We got to go into members only areas. So we are going to coordinate with him though. He gave us some contact information, and we will plan to hopefully later this summer have a full tour of that area as well, so you guys can see it and see if a membership at Flying Horse is right for you.
Yeah, it was incredible. They have this wine cellar that is 4 stories tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that one actually did make a big difference. Absolutely incredible. Kyle, what about the athletic facilities?
The athletic facility is pretty fancy. I was actually really impressed with the pool. The pool area is awesome. So they have this a lap pool that's heated, 82 degrees, salt water treated. So it's open year round, even when it's snowing, which is pretty rad. And then there's like kind of a kids play area for the pool, like a splash pad. And then there's like an adults only area. They have actually a pretty decent weight facility. You know, there were some free weights up there. I mean, you're not going to go there and like power lift and like deadlift and stuff, I don't think, because it's on the 2nd floor, so that'd be a little weird. But really nice facility. I mean, if I lived there, I would for sure work out there.
Yeah.
Tennis courts, that big dome that you guys saw, that's the indoor clay tennis courts, which is pretty sweet. And then there's a couple areas. So for those of you that are not members, there's a couple areas that are worth mentioning. So they do have the East Lodge, which was just built in 2022. That place was gorgeous, and you can rent rooms there. They've got 102 suites, basically, all the way up to little casitas, which is pretty rad. And we learned that in that area, non-members can go in there for brunch. They call it petite brunch.
Yeah, and he said it, you know, it's very filling. Kyle, how much is petite brunch?
Well, bottomless mimosas and a buffet in a gorgeous place like that, it's only $35 for non-members. So your boys are going, is what I'm saying. But that being said, now we are pulling up to, we told you we were going to do a home tour in the Flying Horse. And so we're going to bop into, like we said, Classic really kind of owns all of Flying Horse, I mean, effectively. And we are going to bop into this community over on the east side of Flying Horse and go through a model home so that you can see something comparable to be able to compare to what we saw earlier in the farm. So without further ado, let's go check this thing out. Okay, well, we're just now beating the afternoon weather, so we're gonna zip in here, and I'm gonna take Francis. He hasn't seen this one yet, and it is freaking killer. And Francis, I gotta be honest, man, you're not gonna believe the price when I tell you.
Yeah.
And also the incentives that they have going on right now. She told us super special incentives, especially for FHA and VA. So we're gonna go to the downstairs first. Yes. This already feels so good. I love this style of like iron bars.
Yeah.
This super open kind of like spiraling staircase as it comes down, and then opens up into a supremely luxurious 2,400 square foot basement. Now, the ceilings are different tiers, different like levels in height, and so you definitely have, you know,
Probably
8.5 foot, 8.5 foot, I would say.
Yep.
But what do you think, Francis?
Amazing. Look at these. This is what, quartz?
Yep.
Quartz countertops and the wet bar in here.
And this ain't just
gracious.
no like, yeah, this isn't any kind of just like basic wet bar. This is like full service counter wet bar. But I think what's really amazing is you've got this like 3D textured fireplace over here. So there's 2 fireplaces in the house, and this is one of them, the gas fireplace. And you know, this is pretty big for a downstairs fireplace. And of course they have it designed so well. Classic always does just such a freaking good job. But you know, in kind of segmenting the spaces, again, this is a full-size sectional down here. So just think about like the size of this open space. What I'm seeing is a workspace, a freaking movie space, a private gathering space, a bar,
Perfect entertainment.
And I could
place.
still do cartwheels.
Yeah.
Like there's still plenty of space. Okay, so we're coming up. You gotta just focus.
Oh yeah.
Focus
Cover
your
my
thoughts.
eyes. All right.
Okay, this is the master suite. Again, I just like look at
windows.
the windows. This is probably going to be blown out on the camera.
Yeah.
But just this like window space when you're sitting or laying on your bed right here, and you can you have an unobstructed, beautiful, ridiculous view of Pikes Peak.
Yeah.
Like that is really spectacular. Yeah, and this
chair right now.
this space is big enough that like you can have this little reading
Huge,
nook.
oversized like chairs.
Yeah.
Plenty of room.
Okay,
That's
check-
definitely a king size bed, so you could fit.
Now, this is hilarious because I've had plenty of clients that have moved out here that are like, how come there's no doors that separate the master bedroom from the master bathroom? And I don't have a good answer for that because it seems to be a Colorado thing, but they've already installed this big, beautiful barn door, and now check out this space.
Wow.
So this is like a super shower. So as you go in, you can go in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Get the feel, bro. You got the overhead rainfall shower.
Yeah, that is sick. Nice windows in here too, at an appropriate height.
So most of the stone throughout the house, most of the countertops are that quartz, that white quartz countertop, which is beautiful. In the bathroom, you have this. Feel this, Francis. You've got this raw granite. So it's kind of that leathered granite where it still has texture to it, and that is a beautiful pattern. And then it's just like, it's the touches of also making the rim around the shower door, the bench in there is also, and that's timeless. Like this is a master closet. Huge space, separated, his and her side, same thing on either side, but just like lots of space, and they don't do it cheap. They do the nice wood shelving. Based off of what you've seen so far, if you were to guess a price, let me ask you again after you see the kitchen. But
Okay, let's say like 1.5.
1.5?
1.5,
Okay.
yeah.
Sweet. Now, you're gonna walk through this. So again, we've got probably 11-foot ceilings here and then a 10-foot entryway. And then this is what you get to come out to every morning.
This is sick. Oh my God, wow.
Talk about a great room, an open space, a space for entertaining. This space is absolutely designed specifically for that.
So first thing I see in here is like the two-tone cabinets.
Yes.
Now, I don't know how long this trend has been around for, but it needs to stay. Because this is my absolute favorite way to set up or like to, design your kitchen.
Yeah, so you've got this two-tone with the knotty alder, which is just a beautiful look, right? You still get to see like the kind of the texture of the wood, so it looks like really, really natural. You got these super wide drawers. Obviously, everything's going to be soft close. I mean, that's a given. But with these gold accents, it looks really beautiful. So it's even more dimension because you have the gold accents up here for the handles. But then down low, obviously gold would look terrible.
Right. So
down here, you've got that nice matte black. And then a 6-burner stovetop, which is just freaking gorgeous. And you can see Gen Air appliances, which are absolutely killer. Quartz countertops, and then look at this island, man. That is a huge island. Space, they've got 4 seated over here.
Can you put some around the other side?
Nope. Can you over there?
You could fit a chair like right here. It'd be kind of weird.
Fit another one?
Yeah.
But there's just tons of space. Imagine turning this island into a giant charcuterie board.
I was just thinking that.
Like one giant charcuterie board for entertaining all the people would be absolutely killer. And then of course you have this super deep black Kohler farm sink with this beautiful spigot. Can you pull this off or does it just rotate?
I think it might just rotate. There's something on the back of there. What is that?
Oh, fancy.
There it is. That's cool. That's fun.
It's fancier than anything I
touch
have.
it.
Okay, Francis, now you have seen the space, you've walked through it, you've seen the kitchen, you've seen the beautiful master bath, the master bedroom, 14-foot ceilings, almost 5,000 square foot house. So we're right at about 4,800 square feet. What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna say, like, after seeing the kitchen and everything, I'm probably gonna say 1.6.
That was my guess. Yeah, that was my guess. Especially like the size of the lot premium of backing to nobody, not having anybody in your backyard, the views, the deck. You are gonna be shocked.
Let's hear it.
1.3.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
1.3, which is really, really incredible. And that's as it's shown. So as this house is modeled, the Grandview is an unbelievable house. Now the base price of the Grandview is actually like $880,000.
Okay.
And then you have the opportunity to go through design and kind of add features like this. But this is such a killer layout. It's super well designed. And this is a great example for Classic of a model home in this community. And again, we're still in Flying Horse, which is surprising to a lot of people. This doesn't have that same like Italian feel, but it does have still the luxury. It's a little bit more contemporary, a little bit more modern. Yep. And then she told me that right now what they have going on is they've got actually some special financing, because financing right now, as you guys know, is kind of a killer. It can be pretty expensive to do just a conventional loan right now. So they have 5.99% fixed loans for 30-year, and then for VA and FHA, 5.5%, which is way more better. That's super awesome. Killer right now, because, you know, I feel like experts have been saying the rates are going to come down in 6 months. Oh yeah, the rates are going to come down, and they're not. And so anybody's predictions are wrong, and you kind of have to just operate off of what's going on at the current moment. So.
We are in stealth mode right now, walking through Shields, trying to avoid getting kicked out of yet another place today. So, if you haven't been to Shields already, you absolutely need to check this place out. It's the biggest sporting goods store in the country, I think maybe the world. Seriously, I know it is for sure in the country. The one in Texas is actually bigger because, you know what they say about Texas. But they've got a full-on cafeteria in here. They've got a candy store, which I'm definitely gonna be stopping in before we leave. And pretty much everything you could possibly think of as far as sporting goods, toys, like different kinds of equipment, hunting. They've got, hunting rifles in here.
All right, my friends, this has been the Northgate neighborhood tour, and hopefully you are, maybe Shields is just enough to convince you to move here altogether. I mean, this place is the bomb. And if Colorado Springs feels like a place for you, then feel free to reach out. We are the guys that, we help people like you guys move here all the time. So you definitely reach out through our email or text, and we'll get back with you ASAP. Otherwise, if you want to see more of Colorado Springs, or you just want to see the greater northern Colorado Springs area, for example, we have a whole playlist. It is the best playlist on the internet for Colorado Springs and all of our neighborhoods. So definitely check that out, and we will see you guys in the next video.
Years, and really the last 2 years to be able to bring a couple of championships back to Denver was the highlight of my career. And so I was very lucky to be able to stay in one place, and I was even luckier that it